Hi, it's Neil here from Wedding Help, NI. Of course, this is a Wedding Help podcast. This is episode 32. I know 32 episodes. And my guest today is none other than Chloe from True North Socials. Chloe, you are the content queen. You've started. You're doing wedding content, but it all started way before that for you, didn't it?
Yeah, started way back in 2020. So, as we all know, the dreaded year. Whenever you hear 2020, you know what was going on. But basically, I was actually pregnant in 2020.
Right.
So back then, when nobody knew what was going on with it, we were feared to leave the house. And so me being a pregnant woman, it was very much don't leave the house.
Right.
You don't get to go anywhere. So I was like a prisoner in my own home. So I was like, I'm really bored. What can I be doing here? And then I thought, you know what? I wonder, could I like start a TikTok page or something? Because everybody was doing it. And I would have had a thing about, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't want anybody to think I'm pure weird, like doing videos. Yeah. But back then, it felt like everybody just started TikToks. Do you not remember that? Like during the pandemic, the TikTok just became a massive thing. Yeah. And everybody kind of had a page and was making videos and dance trends and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll just do it because everyone else does, so I'll not care what people think. So I did. And then I started to see a few reels do quite well. And then I thought, you know what? I'll maybe start an Instagram page and maybe just make this about motherhood or something. So I did. And then next, 1,000 followers, 5,000, 10,000. Now I'm 30,000 followers in.
That's amazing. So
and I kind of started off a good few years ago now, getting like brand deals and all through that. So I would have got paid to kind of promote brands on their page and do ads for them.
Yeah.
And then I started to say, you know what, this is actually class. Like, I love making real content. I love seeing the results from views because I'd have been getting like millions here and hundreds. You know, I was getting good views. I thought, right, I want to help other businesses get these views because look at the inquiries and things that can happen through it. So then I was like, social media management makes sense. So then I started down that route, being a social media manager, running people's pages. And naturally, I just ended up getting like wedding supplier clients. And my mum and my sister owned a bridal boutique for 2 years. So I kind of knew a bit about weddings anyway, doing like appointments and stuff. And then I had like a couple of bridal boutique clients and photographer client, wedding planning app client and things like that. And I just realised I love this.
Yeah.
So then
it was your thing.
It was my thing and I kind of specialised in that. And then natural stepping stone had to be the wedding content creation. So I was like, well, obviously this makes sense.
I suppose as well, it's important to say it's something you don't just do, you know. Like, you know,
no, you don't just wake up some morning and think you can take your iPhone to a wedding.
But I suppose like making reels and stuff, and you know, there's effort goes on it. You know, you've got to think about it. You've got to think about, you know, sunlight. You've got, you know, there is a lot of, you know, we've got to think about how the light's going to look and all this. It's all really important. It's not just grabbing a mobile phone and just going, you know, here we go now. This is what we're going to catch. Like, you know, there is so much more to it, isn't there? Like,
and if anything, I sometimes think it's nearly more pressure for content creators because with the real professional cameras and stuff, I find there's so much more editing that you can do with it.
Yeah.
With the footage and stuff than what you can with the phone. So like, if we mess up that shot, that shot's gone.
Yeah, you know,
there's nothing you can do to fix that really.
Yeah.
Unless there's bound to be ways, but it would take forever and a lifetime. But you kind of have a lot more pressure, I think, as a content creator because we're so new as well into the game of it all. So like we're so scared. Like I don't want to miss a shot. I'm always panicked about that. Like, what if I missed that first kiss, or what if I missed that because of sunlight?
You've been doing the sort of the mummy page and stuff, and you had that all going.
Yeah.
And you sort of moved into the. So when was True North Social then born? When was that sort of? When did that come about? It was like, you know, right, I'm starting this as a business. And
well, technically, I had a rebrand, so I'm called True North Socials now, but we'll pretend I've True North Socials the whole time, but I had an old name. But it was about a year ago. I started it a year ago, and in a year, the business is just flew.
Where did the name come out? I know you were from the North Coast. Was that anything?
Yeah, it was. It was. Yeah. So there's kind of a couple of wee meanings behind the name and all kind of combined. So obviously, Northern Ireland and everything to do with that, socials because social media, but I needed to make sure that something made sense for the social media management and the content creation, and True was part of it because I'm very authentic. Like I'm very me, very into just being myself, and I promote that with clients, and I love, you know, going to weddings where brides are just like, you know, open to doing wee things and just like love being themselves and have their weddings their way. So I added that True to the North because I thought True North it's just nice, and it ties location in with kind of
I
the
think
meaning
it's
behind
funny
it.
as well that North Coast.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people use that. A lot of businesses, and that you're Ballymoney based.
Yes.
You're open to travel. You'll travel anywhere.
Of course,
for things. But a lot of businesses on that area, that North Coast, they're very proud of the North Coast.
Of course, yeah.
I'm up the road fees, but I sort of know, well, it'd be like Portrush or
Port Russian shirt is like 20 minutes from me, and Castle Rock and all that
the
there.
North Coast was sort of that. They're very proud.
We're
of
precious.
It.
We're
very, that sort
but
of.
it is gorgeous, I think, as well, isn't it?
Of course it is. So that was part of your name, and and how have you found then weddings compared to doing, you were doing like a lot of sort of like mummy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And, referring to his mummy stuff, but
I
you were doing
that
sort of that content. How did you find going from that to going to this to weddings and stuff? And
it's different,
yeah,
but a good different. For me, I kind of got to a point, and any parent will relate to this because I'm sure there's plenty of vendors and stuff out there that's mums and stuff too. But sometimes, like being a mum or being a dad or whatever can become like your identity. Like that's all you feel like you are. So for me, it was lovely for me to go out as Chloe, shoot weddings, and do what I am so good at and believe I'm good at anyway, and do what I'm passionate about. So it was different. It meant everything didn't have to be about me being a mom. It could be about me loving love and weddings and that romantic situations, just all that. So yeah, I love it. I just think it's something different, but something that I'm just very passionate about and love, and I'm creative, and I'm very in the right place whenever I'm there. Like I know.
I suppose content creation, it's quite a new, it's a new service at weddings, but is it something that you really need to be on the Instagram? Do you really need to be on the TikTok? For a couple, do they need to be on them social media apps to have a content creator at their wedding? Or what's your thoughts on that?
No, you don't actually have to be social media savvy to book a content creator. The content creation, it probably has that look about it that you need to be like into Instagram and TikTok.
You need to have 10,000 followers.
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's more just that basis of like, it's so handy. You can consume your wedding from your phone. You can get all your footage given to you a couple of days later, edit it into nice wee, clips that you can watch handy and send through WhatsApp or whatever to your family.
Like family chats and WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a cool way to keep the hype up quite soon after your day. It doesn't mean you have to have.
I suppose that's a good thing as well, because we're all on like family chats and all. WhatsApp.
Yeah. Group chats and stuff.
Where you could drop just, you don't have to put it on your Instagram, you don't have to put it in your TikTok or your Facebook or whatever. You can just drop it onto your family chats and stuff,
exactly.
And you've got all them reels coming out as such as well,
Yeah, and that's what's good about it.
What's your thoughts, videographer? And I ask this to all the content creators. It's one of them big questions.
Yeah.
Videographer, content creator. I know you can have both, because I go to weddings and both there. And you know what?
I'm having both.
I think you do something that's different. Mm-hmm. What's your thoughts? You could have a content creator and so on as well. So you could, I suppose, if you were more budget.
Yep.
Thinking that would be maybe a way as well.
I think we all have our place.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very much, I'm never going to be the person that's like, we're better than them, because that's not the case.
No.
We all have our place on that media team for different reasons.
Aye.
But it could be a money reason. It could be like, I can't pay for the videographer, but then we're a good option for that. But really it's the different styles that we can come up with. So like videographer's so cinematic and really can make such a movie out of your day, and that's beautiful, and hence why I'm having one of mine too, because I wanted that.
I think it's something that's nearly personal.
Yeah.
Or did you know like it's something that you're bringing family members to your.
You maybe do a viewing party or something. I would love to do that.
Something more like that. Whereas a content creator, as we said, it's something you can just drop on WhatsApp. It's something you can drop on the...
Send over to your mates and just whatever.
Do you know what I mean? And you've got these wee clips and stuff, and they're quick. They're like, what's your turnaround sort of time to...
At the minute...
Material.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm 24 hours at the minute. I'm doing quite well. I'm doing all right, but I mean, if I probably had a couple of weddings on in the 1 week, I would say you'd be 48 hours just to give yourself a bit of grace.
That's still... 48 hours is still like really 24 hours, you're having a day too anyway. So
or you're still
you're-
getting checked out at your hotel and stuff. You're
do
not
you know
even
what I
ready
mean?
to look
Like,
at anything yet. Anyway,
you're maybe away with a partner
Yeah.
just for your wee honeymoon or a night
Yeah.
away or something, just to
Yeah.
share your head. So like really, like, let's say 48 hours,
Mm-hmm.
like that's good. They have that content coming when that time, and you're not going to have your video. It's never going to give you
No.
your video then in 48 hours.
And that's not even belittling videographers though
No,
either.
you can't-
They
can't.
are curating
Aye.
is so particular and so
Aye.
like there's so much skill in that, and they
Oh,
need
big
that
time,
time,
big time,
you know.
big time.
But we are making those like real nice wee edits. Quite like the most video that you're getting from me is 5 minutes, a 5 minute highlight. So that doesn't take crazy. It doesn't take days and months to make,
get that
you know.
to get that on.
So-
How much content can a couple, expect to get from the likes of your service? I'm sure you have different packages, so that would be a big part of it. What sort of packages? I suppose we maybe touch on that first,
Yeah.
and then how much material out of each package would you get then?
I do a 4 hour, a 6 hour, and then an 8 hour.
Right.
To be honest, my most popular is definitely the 6. I think it covers so much.
Aye.
Because I've had people utilize the 6 hour coverage for bridal prep right through to speeches. If they time me coming to their house at the right moment, their 6 hours can get to them to their speeches. A lot of brides are booking me for that if they don't have their videographer.
Right.
Now, like content creators cannot promise you amazing audio from your speeches because we don't have the same kit as videographers do. But we're right up there at the top table, and we're getting what we can. But like brides that have done my 6 hour have got maybe anything close to 200 clips sent to them 2 days later.
That's lots. So that is a lot of clips. So that's 6 hours, and you reckon you put about 200 clips?
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, that's
a lot. Yeah,
a lot of material.
But it's wedding dependent. So like,
yeah,
I had a micro wedding the other day, and there was 12 people at it, but they still got 90 clips.
That's amazing.
And that's a lot for such a small wedding. But again, it just depends where you're at, what there is to shoot, how many lovely wee moments you can catch, and things like that too.
Do you find as well, like, I think for content creators, maybe I'm wrong, but I think, sort of under the bit of dancing and stuff, or under that sort of time as well, there's great footage there for you as well.
There could be, yeah.
There's probably that option there. We can do that earlier thing, but you can also, do you be open to when they say
but then that's kind of what the 8 hour would cover. Or if someone really prioritised their dance over bridal prep, they could work their 6 hour for it if they wanted to.
You push yourself that you're coming on at a later time in the day or whatever and getting that footage,
But to be fair, I don't find that happens a lot though, because brides love getting that bridal prep shot. And to be honest, it's such a key moment of the day, believe it or not, because that's when they're with their girls, they're with their mummies, they're getting their makeup done. There's a lot of crack. It's really nice.
Natural and stuff, so it is as well, yeah. How have you found the Wedding Help platform? You're quite new to the Wedding Help platform, so how have you found it so far?
Brilliant. I think I've been part of it now for like a month, maybe a wee bit over a month, but just a month, and I got 12 weddings booked in a month.
That's amazing. I think that shows the power of content creation too at the minute, because it's one of them services that people are so, you see the comments on the page
all the time.
It's a big one at the minute, so it shows how popular content creation is. But that is amazing. Like you have 12 bookings in a month,
and it's for this year too. Like it's not even like into next year. That's like 12 bookings I've got coming up.
That's amazing.
Soon, like.
And how have you found as well the offenders on the platform? Have you found that you've made sort of friendships there and stuff as well?
Oh, yeah, because as I say, I'm a bride next year myself. So I was on there as a bride first, and then I found my floral and decor, Wild Willow Event Design, Brina, and she has now literally become such a friend of mine. She said to me, Chloe, like, if you're looking to get into this, come into this showroom with all the rest of us guys. So I'm like a content creator in a showroom, and she put me on to Chris.
We can mention it because the showroom's part of the
CP Productions.
CP Productions, and you know what, the guys do such a great job.
Oh, they're brilliant.
As well, so they're
brilliant, and I have genuinely made close friendships through that. And it was them that had said, get on to Wedding Help, be a supplier on there. It's so worth it. So I was like, right, that'll do. I'll trust you, and I'll do it, and I did. And there we go. Like, I just was so good though at like, and any other vendors can take this tip, like, post on it every day, but a good post. Like, you don't have to spam. I don't spam that page or group at all. Like, I just think maybe once a day, sometimes not even every day, but a good content piece on that page every day is what got me them bookings for sure.
Aye.
Definitely did.
And it's something that you're there to help. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's what it's about too. You're there to help. The couples are seeing that. They're going,
Yeah,
I
because
think
that's
that'll
another thing
work.
I was going to say. Like, I didn't just go in there and selfishly use the page either. Like, I
No.
still made sure that if I seen a bride asking something, like I was in the comments and I was giving her advice, or I was saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, why don't you do this and why don't you do that?" And it didn't even necessarily be a content creator post,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that's what builds that community aspect of
Right
it too,
too,
and
right too.
it builds that trust with couples
Aye.
as well.
Aye.
And
I
that's
think
a
even
big
the
thing.
supplier group as well, you know, it's one of them vital things because you know what? You've got a team of people there that you can sort of ask
You can
questions.
bounce off
You
of,
know, if
and
you're feeling a bit sort of overwhelmed with something, throw the question out there
yeah.
and find out, you know, how it can help as such, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I love it. It's been the best thing for the business. It's just made me fly,
That's brilliant,
which is
sweetness.
class.
Brilliant.
Definitely.
Where can people find you on social media? Where can they find out, you know, if they're thinking about booking you? What's the process to that? Or
You can literally find me on my Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. So
yeah,
I'd be a bad content creator if I didn't have every platform. But yeah, I literally True North Socials. Through Facebook, I actually have a WhatsApp button. So like a lot of brides would just click that and literally immediately start messaging me on WhatsApp,
yeah.
which is handy. Or if you come on to my Instagram, you can click the wee link and fill out the inquiry form, or just literally send me a message. I'm always on there
Ready to
anyway,
go.
having a look, ready to go to reply to anybody that needs it. So yeah,
So it's all there, True
it's all
North
there.
Socials.
True North Socials.
So that has been Chloe, and that has been episode 32 of the Wed the Help podcast. Bye for now. Thank you.